UFC 287 was fucking ridiculous. That might be the best card of the year so far. Like, the other events before were like, they were good. Like, maybe 3 or so fights were like good out of it. But like, the whole card was good from the prelims to the fucking main card. That shit was fire. But I'm only going to be talking about the main card in this video. Sorry if you wanted to hear about the prelims. So first thing we're going to be talking about, Israel Adesanya fucking proved that he is that guy and KO'd the shit out of Alex Pereira. Fucking knocked him out stiff. Bro was like hyperventilating. Bro bounced his head off the canvas. That shit was scary, to be honest. I thought he was going to be out for like 10 plus minutes, but thankfully he wasn't. But yeah, so Adesanya KO'd fucking Alex Pereira to regain the middleweight title. I was mauled in a little bit right after the fight because I want some movement in the division. I don't want to see the fucking 5th fight. They've already fought 4 fucking times. I'm just like, please, can we move the fuck on? Get some new blood in there. Hamzat texted, I'll see you soon. That would be fun. But pick up a win in middleweight, brother. You're not even the champion at welterweight and you're trying to fight the champion at middleweight. Calm the fuck down. How about get a fight in first? But anyway, so I'm going to be talking about the main event of obviously the co-main event, and I might comment on the opening fight in the main card with Raul Rosas Jr., the 18-year-old fighter. So let's get into the main event. So like I said, Alex Pereira is no longer the champion. The official rankings haven't updated yet, but Israel Adesanya is now the champion. Alex Pereira is no longer the champion, and that fight was fucking awesome. Like, Alex Pereira I thought he was gonna end it because he was fighting strategically in the first round, and then he was fighting strategically in the second round. But then this man had Izzy in a corner, and he was just like, I'm just gonna knock him out. I'm like, bro, where's your fight IQ? That wasn't smart, bro. You just look what happened. You got knocked out. I mean, these things happen. People get caught in the moment. Not saying Alex Pereira is a shitty ass fighter, but you know, he just got too cocky. He was like, maybe I can get the knockout right now. But Israel Adesanya is his most dangerous in the first 2 rounds, and then that's where he got the win at the end of the second round. I think there was like a minute left or something like that. Anyway, he picked up the win. What do I want to see next in the middleweight division? I'm just gonna comment first saying that I think Alex Pereira is definitely gonna move up to light heavyweight. Dude cuts way too much fucking weight, and his chin can't handle it. Bro got like I said, when he got knocked out stiff. He looked like an ironing board. I could just lay my clothes on top of him and iron them. So I would say he should move up, and fights that I would like to see him fight at fucking light heavyweight. I feel like since he was the former champion, I feel like he can get a top 5 right away. So Jan Blachowicz would be a nice fight. I wonder how that would go. Oh, I'm going to talk about that as well. That would be a good fight for Alex Pereira. Magomed Ankalaev would be cool too. A lot of people are saying that he's going to get revenge for Glover and fight Jamal Hill while Yuri Prochazka is out. Because Yuri Prochazka is injured. Magomed and Jan had a fight for the vacant belt. So I don't know if they can rush into a title fight right away. Anthony Smith is currently fighting Johnny Walker, I think. That would be a cool fight. I don't know if Johnny Walker, if he wins against Anthony Smith, he deserves a title shot, but that would be cool. I would like to see the Walker resurgence. I think Alexander Rakic is still out with an injury, so definitely can't go into a title fight, even if he wasn't injured. So yeah, I would say that Alex Pereira has a good shot against top 5 and up. It would be cool to see him fight Jamal Hill. There is a storyline there. I don't know if the UFC is going to do that right away because he's no longer the champion. He's the number 1 contender now. So we'll see what happens, but I feel like 5 and up, well, Anthony Smith is already slated to fight. So 4 and up, I feel like those would be good introduction fights for Alex Pereira in the light heavyweight division. And if they decide to do it, Jamal Hill, that would be fucking cool. I would like to watch that fight. Now going on to the current champion, Israel Adesanya. He already beat Whittaker. He already beat Vettori. Already beat Cannonier. Already beat Costa. Hasn't had the rematch yet, so maybe that could be a thing. If Hamzat does fight Costa, and Costa somehow wins, I guess that warrants a fucking title shot. Or if Hamzat wins, that would be cool, because then it's fresh blood for Adesanya. And I would like to see that more than a Paulo Costa rematch. Izzy, in his post-fight press event, he did technically call out Dricus du Plessis. He didn't name him, but talking about dragging his carcass through South Africa. That's kind of a dead-ass giveaway. No one wants to watch that fight. Dricus du Plessis is like the new Derek Brunson. No one wants to fucking watch that fight. And if anything, fucking have him fight Sean Strickland. They could just talk shit to each other. It would probably be an easy watch for fucking Izzy, but fuck it. It would be an entertaining press event. And I said I was going to talk about this. Jan Blachowicz has said that he wanted to cut down to middleweight and take Izzy's strap, which sounds really fucking interesting because I think Jan has fought in middleweight in the beginning of his career, but he's on like the later half of his career. I don't know if he can cut that weight. And if he does, it might be like an Alex Pereira situation. His chin will be compromised and he'll just get destroyed. But that would be cool. That would be cool. They fought at light heavyweight. Izzy tried to get Jan's strap when he had it. Didn't work out. But that would be cool. Fucking Jan Blachowicz comes down to middleweight. That would be a cool fight. I would watch that. I don't know if Jan can make middleweight, so I guess we'll see. But yeah, I think that would be fucking cool. Anyway, we're moving on to the co-main event, the welterweight division. Thank God they're all right next to each other, so I don't have to keep scrolling. But Gilbert Burns beat Jorge Masvidal by unanimous decision, basically dominated the whole fight. There's a point in the third round or second round, I think in both rounds, where Jorge was just up against the cage, and then Gilbert Burns was just teeing off on him like no problem. It was kind of like how it looks like when my friends and I play UFC 4. We're just wailing on each other. Shit was fire. For Gilbert Burns, I would say either he has called for either a Chimaev rematch or an Usman rematch. Besides that, he wants to be the backup for the welterweight title, and then whoever wins against Leon and Colby, he wants to get next. And honestly, I feel like that's fair. Mans has been fighting anyone and everyone. I feel like he can demand a title shot now. He's not even demanding a title shot. He's just demanding to be the backup, which is fair, in my opinion, because he gave Usman like his hardest fight, and then people kind of just like threw him under the rug. Like, what the fuck? Why are you doing that to my boy Gilbert Burns? He's earned his flowers, bro. So yeah, Bilal Muhammad has called for a match with Usman. Maybe after Colby and Leon. Whoever wins that gets Burns, and then Bilal Muhammad can fight Usman, and then whoever wins that can get the title. I feel like that would be like the perfect trajectory for things in the welterweight division. So Bilal versus Usman. Gilbert's the backup for Colby and Leon. Whoever wins that, Gilbert gets next. I feel like that's perfectly fine. Not too much to talk for Gilbert Burns. He's number 5. I feel like he's in the sweet spot. But Jorge Masvidal, he did retire. I do hate that dude because he's kind of a pussy. But it was honestly kind of sad seeing him retire because thinking back to 2019, that man like took over the fucking UFC. He fucking KO'd Darren Till, flying kneed Ben Askren, beat the shit out of Nate Diaz. And then he stepped in on short notice against Usman. That shit was crazy. The year of Jorge Masvidal was crazy. So, it's sad to see him go, but he is kind of a bitch, sucker punching Colby. And then being a diva, like, I'm only fighting for title fights. I'm like, bro, you're rank 11, bro. You are not going to skip everyone above you to get a title shot just because you sucker punch Leon. I mean, we all know how that fight would have went, especially now. Jorge Masvidal in the co-main event, he seemed to gas out pretty quick. Like, bro, you're not built for this anymore. And he said that in his post-fight interview. He was just like, I don't feel the same, which makes sense. When you're older, your gas tank kind of goes away, so makes sense. Farewell, Jorge Masvidal. You had a good run at the UFC. Sadly, you didn't get the title. The only title you got was a paper title, the BMF belt. And he never defended it, and he kind of wasn't a BMF. I like how I said, I'm sad that Jorge Masvidal is retiring, but then I just shit on him. But, that's how things work here. And the last thing I want to talk about, Raul Rosas Jr., 18-year-old prospect, youngest fighter in the UFC currently. He lost his first fight by unanimous decision. I was a little happy seeing him lose because Chris Curtis and Kelvin Gastelum were like, why aren't we on the pay-per-view? We're the featured prelim. Which can be a compliment in some ways because that's where more eyes are and shit for the prelim fights. But I understand they're ranked 14 and 15 in the middleweight division. You can see it right here. And Raul Rosas it was his second fight. So I'm just like, why is he on the pay-per-view? But he does have a good selling point being the youngest fighter. So it makes sense. But then when they asked him during media day, he was just like, these guys should take notes. I'm just better than them. I'm like, all right, boy, calm down. Calm down. So yeah, it's not a devastating loss. He's only 18. he'll probably just bounce back. It was good for him, especially so young. So yeah, no cockiness, or he'll be smarter. He'll work on his cardio. I feel like he was trying to implement a Merab Dvalishvili strategy by just keep going for fucking takedowns over and over again and trying to gas his opponent out. But he only gassed himself out. So, live and learn. It's not like he got KO'd stiff, so it's all right. But yeah, anyway, that's all I wanted to talk about UFC 287. Everything's fucking crazy this card of the year so far. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and have a great day.